Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is a final video about my Ferrari F430 GT2, the Risi Competizione car, so the car racing in Le Mans 2007, and I'm pretty satisfied with the result because I think that if you compare with an ordinary Ferrari 430 Challenge, they should be meant like the donor for this car. You clearly see that the body is absolutely modified in the lower part, so all this slightly different. It's not impossible to convert the ordinary Challenge into the GT2. I seen some skilled modelers making that, working mostly in the front end and so on. But anyway, that resembles some parts and are, in my opinion, still not convincing like they are on my body. For example, the front end air intake there with the little lip under is totally different from the ordinary stradale version. Here you can see in the drawing maybe even better than from the body wrapped in the plastic. This is for a further video that I'm preparing about the Ferrari Challenge. So here you can see basically all the main difference. It's exactly all the lower part of the model, and also consider the height of the model at the end, looking the side skirt of the ordinary stradale version compared to the racer one. So the wheels are similar but different, BBS. So I'm really pretty satisfied with the final result of the model. And also about the color, I had some fellow modeler that pointed out that for them the car was more green. Indeed, the color of the Risi Competizione is a little strange because it's a kind of yellowish green. Made several tests, but also probably from the camera I had to take several shots test from that one. You can see even better. You see if I just place it far away the camera, everything became much more greenish compared to that in reality, despite the camera of the telephone, is a bright yellow, fluo yellow. That is a fluo green, and that is exactly the color that I used on this model. So I'm a little bit bored about this rivet counters that wanted to point it out, because you have to know that there is another issues about that, because I took some of their customers, so they want to make little about my work, and I don't care about that. I know them, and quite often I also have to fix their work when they messed up some stuff, and their clients comes to me to fix the model that they cannot fix. So that's another story. Anyway, I think the model is pretty convincing. Is absolutely a stunner. Is something that really remains wonderful in the collection, even if despite the building up of this model, as you've seen in the previous two videos that I made about this car, I didn't use like a donor the Fujimi box that now became very pricey. This is really raising up the prices and so on, and I wanted to save this Stradale Challenge for further projects, and I just used the donor diecast from Urago or Centauri or whatever, the stuff that arrived in newspaper shops as a donor for the main part. You basically need a hub for the interior to rework and reward the motor side of the vehicle. This have a different eye scope intake from the first 430 GT2, the blue Red Bull car that I already made. So they are slightly different from one to another. The wing is coming from a Rival Corvette C7R. I think the model is absolutely convincing and well taken, mostly in the final setup of everything. You look how yellow it looks now. The car is green in reality. And that's it. So this is just a brief video, and I think it's absolutely a stunner. It's really a pleasure to see this coming to an end, and to see so nicely and complete. So don't miss it. If you want to build up a nice GT2 where you don't have the Studio 27 complete kit of this car, you can go for one of my model, and I plan to do in the future. It simply depends if I can cross another donor from 430 for the interior part. I would like to build just an ordinary red presentation car that in my opinion is anyway a stunner, and the line is even more clean than this one with all the racing sponsor over used by Risi Competizione in Le Mans race. So that's it, a short video just to point it out a few things. I think the model is absolutely wonderful. I simply love her, really love her. This is the demo kit of my racing production, and I think I will keep it in Sweden for a long time. So because the color resembled the Swedish flag, and this was driven by a Swedish pilot also, pilot that I honestly never heard, but it's anyway a Swedish pilot driving it. As you can see inside, also I placed the helmet, even from my range, you know, the little resin helmet from the GT cars in 124 placed over the hub on the central console of the vehicle. I think is absolutely spot on, and everybody that took this body will enjoy the build up of this mighty Ferrari. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next.